Hello students, welcome back in the history class of 6th standard. Today we are going to start a new lesson number 8 of history, Rise of Kingdoms and Republicans. So students, first of all see the important topics related to this lesson. The Mahajanpads, the rise of Magad, the rulers of Magad, the invasion of Alexander and Chandragupta Maurya. Students, the objectives of today's video are you will be able to know about the 16 Mahajanpads, and out of 16 Mahajanpads we will read about the most important Mahajanpads. And students, see the important term related to today's video, Mahajanpad, a very large kingdom. Now let's start reading of the lesson. We have studied the existence of a number of Jans in the later Vedic period. The king or the Raja was regarded as the protector of the Jan or the people. In the period from 600 BC to 400 BC, the territories of these kings further expanded as they now moved towards the Ganga and the Yamuna plains. This was made possible with the use of better iron tools which helped them to clear the dense forests and settle down. Thus, large territories and settlements came into existence which were called Janpads. So students, existence means presence, protector means preserver, territories means land that belongs to one country, expanded means enlarged. Students, we have studied that during the end of later Vedic period, a number of Jans means tribes emerged out. The people of the Jan were preserved by the king during the period of 600 to 400 BC. These territories enlarged, so they started moving towards the Ganga and the Yamuna plains. Iron was also introduced during that time, so with the help of iron tools, they cleared the forests and settled down. So these large territories which came into existence were known as Janpads. So students, what do you mean by Janpads? Formation of large territorial units during the end of later Vedic age called Janpads. Let's read further. The word Janpad is made of two words, Jan meaning people and Pad meaning foot. Thus, the word Janpad literally means the land where people set their feet. The larger and more powerful Janpads came to be known as the Mahajanpads. So students, the word Janpads consists of two words, Jan which means people, Pad which means foot. So the Janpad means the land where the people set their feet. Later on, the Janpads, which became larger and more powerful, came to be known as the Mahajanpads. So students, what is the meaning of Mahajanpad? A very large kingdom. Now let's read further the Mahajanpads. The Buddhist literature and the Jain sacred literature provide us valuable information about the political history of India during this period. According to these texts, the whole of northern India at this time was divided into 16 Mahajanpads or kingdoms. These kingdoms were named after the ruling or the most important tribe in the area. The 16 Mahajanpads were Magad, Avanti, Koshal, Vats, Kuru, Mal, Shursen, Asmak, Kamboj, Gandhar, Ang, Kashi, Videha, Chedi, Matsya and Panchal. Of these, Magad, Kashi, Koshal and Avanti were the most powerful. So, the word literature means writing, sacred means holy, in Hindi means pavitra. So students, the sources of information from where we get the information related to the history of the 16 Mahajanpads are the Buddhist and Jain literature. According to these literature, we come to know that North India was divided into 16 Mahajanpads. Out of these 16 Mahajanpads, the most powerful were Magad, Kashi, Koshal and Avanti. Let's read further. Besides these Mahajanpads, there also existed a number of republics in northern India. like the Republican states of Vaishali, Malwa, and Shudrak. The Republican states were known as Gan, and their work was done in an open assembly hall called the Santhagra. These republics had either hereditary or elected heads or Rajans. So, republics means a country that has an elected government and an elected leader. Assembly means meeting. Hereditary means genetic. Or students, a number of republican states, or you can say independent states, came out during 6th century BC. Some of the most important republican states were Vaishali, Malwa, and Kshudrak. These republican states were also called Gan, and they worked in an open assembly hall that was known as Santhagra. These republics had might be hereditary, which means after the death of a king, his son, or in the absence of a son, any male member of the king's family succeeded his throne. Throne means seat of the king. Sometimes elections were also held for the seat of the king. Now students, let's read the most powerful Mahajanpads. Number 1. Vats. Vats was one of the 16 Mahajanpads of Uttarpad. According to the Purans, the kingdom of Vats was named after Vats, a king of Kashi. Vats was situated near the confluence of the Ganga and the Yamuna river. Its capital was Kosambi. Presently, it is known as Kosam, a small town 56.32 kilometers south to west of Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. Satnik II or Parantap was its first ruler. He was succeeded by his son Udayan. The Buddha visited Kosambi many times during the rule of Udayan. Here the word Uttarpat used for northern India. So the word confluence means the place where two or more rivers join together to become single river. So students, out of the 16 Mahajanpads, the Vats was the most powerful Mahajanpad, which was situated near the confluence of the Ganga and Yamuna river. According to the Hindu religious text Purans, Vats was the name of a king of Kashi. The capital of Vats was Kosambi, which is now known as Kosam, located in Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. The capital of Vats was Kosambi, which is presently known as Kosam, located in Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. The first ruler of this Mahajanpad was Satnik II or Parantap, who was succeeded by his son Udayan. Kosambi was a major center of Buddhism because Mahatma Buddha visited Kosambi many times. Now let's read second important Mahajanpad, that is Avanti. Avanti was one of the 16 Mahajanpads. Avanti corresponded to the present day Malwa region. It was divided into two parts, north and south. Ujjaini was the capital of northern Avanti. Mahishmati was the capital of southern Avanti. It was an important center of Buddhism. Correspondent means related or equal. So students, Avanti was divided into two parts, north and south. The capital of northern Avanti was Ujjaini and the capital of southern Avanti was Mahishmati. Avanti, like Vats, was also a major center of Buddhism. Now students, come to the third important Mahajanpad, Koshal. Koshal was one of the 16 Mahajanpads. Koshal corresponded to the present day Awadh. Shravasti was the capital of Koshal during the 6th to 5th centuries BC. Ayodhya, Saket and Shravasti were its major centers. So students, Koshal, which was the important Mahajanpad, is now known as Awadh. Its capital was Shravasti, which was also a famous Buddhist center. So students, Ayodhya, Saket and Shravasti were the major centers of Koshal. Now students, our today's class is over. I hope the topic is clear to you. Now, your homework is revise today's topic and write difficult words with their meanings in your rough copy.